All right. So today I am going to ask you guys to make sure you have like a piece of toilet paper, maybe a sheet or two, or some tissue for blending. That makes things fast and easy. I'm also going to ask, obviously, you need a pencil sharpener. Two sharpened pencils is backup because you never know when you need one. What else? What other supplies? Q-tips. You could also use these really cool little cotton pads if your mom or somebody has those, or tissue paper that doesn't have lotion in it. That's always helpful. We're going to be drawing an eye today, the side view, and we are going to be blending it. So that's going to be the task for today. And then we're going to start talking about three-quarter view eyes. We're also going to be having you take photographs of your own and drawing from those so I can compare the reference. And that way you can have some artistic freedom and choose the eyeballs you want to choose. So I have my piece of paper here, and I don't want us to kill ourselves drawing a gigantic one because that'll take forever, and we don't have forever. So I am just going to label this side view. I hope this sounds familiar, like how we did the side view profile of the face. We're going to call this profile eye. And so when you're searching, you can look up side view profile eye to get some good shots, or side profile of the head, and then you can zoom in and do screenshots, and I'll show you guys how to do that later. So what we want is side view profile eye. So for the proof of practice today, it says draw this side view eye following the stages together. Then step 2, shade this eye using a full value range. So we're going to do this together so you feel like you're getting plenty of support from me, because I had to pretend that everybody here knows absolutely nothing about drawing and that you have zero skills. This is a beginning drawing class. So I'm building on prior knowledge that we have had in the past. So I'm using my pencil. I want to draw a loose circle. Okay, and I'm going to draw it about this big. So I'm just going to lightly draw a circle, just like how I've taught you guys in the past. Very lightly, round and round until you're happy with it. And what I'm kind of mirroring is this red circle here. And then we will draw a horizontal. I have to tilt my paper to draw on my desk. I'm sorry. We're going to try to do a horizontal line right in the center, lightly. So that's step 2. Let me zoom in a bit. So I did a nice light line. Okay. So when you are done with that, I would like you to say yes. I'm going to test the poll questions because they weren't working a couple of days ago, so I restarted my computer to see if I can get it to work now. I always had to ask Robert. Ooh, it's working. Yay. Oh, no, it's going in reverse. That's weird. It's not working. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. All right, so I'm going to use my dear friend Robert to tell me, Miss Brown, I'm ready.
You're good, Miss Brown.
Okay, so now I'm going to draw the side of the iris. Before I do this, I wanted to share something with you about the agenda. The agenda has everything we're doing each day, but at the very bottom, if you scroll down, this is what it's going to look like shaded today. We're going to try our best to make something similar to this. And then throughout the day, the end of the agenda after Friday, I dumped a bunch of beautiful visuals for you. At the bottom, after Friday, it says drawing eyes, anatomy and perspective. So there's labeling, there's different strategies on how to draw these eyes using the basic circle and using the basic guidelines to do your drawing. Notice they all have angles of the lines here to map out eyes from different angles. So that's really important. Then I have different eyes shapes for a female, and these are just a few, and some of these are great and some of these are not. And then some students may have an eye shape that's saggier in the corner or wider. Everybody's eye shape is so different. And then, here's almond shape, round eye, unturned, downturned. Then here's different ethnicities that maybe you might be struggling with, but you want to draw. And then when you keep scrolling down, here's even more. And then here's some tips and tricks in color to just help you. Some of them are painted on a Padlet, and that's okay as long as it helps you draw the basic lines and the basic shapes, different techniques and styles, so that you have all of this in your back pocket to refer back to if you're struggling to draw. So I just wanted to let you know that that's at the very end of the agenda for the week. So you just need to scroll down to those later because you're going to be picking your own models and drawing different eyes. I grabbed photographs and then I did a screenshot of just the eyes because you're going to turn in your eye screenshot or photograph that you took and then your drawing of it with a full value range. So that's what's going to be happening. So that gives you some artistic freedom of choice. And I want to see a variety. So back to this. I just wanted you to get the big picture of the week. So we did our basic circle, we did our basic line here. And so now I am looking at this round and I'm trying to figure out this oval shape here. Here they have it protruding outward. I don't love that, but it just helps you kind of understand the placement. Right here, it's going along the edge of that pretend circle. So watch me. I'm going to just kind of darken this curve here. And then I'm gonna make a little ellipse shape until I'm happy with the way it looks compared to the photograph. So I would say it's like this. I had to make some adjustments. And then inside that is a pupil, and that's an ellipse shape as well. Because this is the side view, and it may be different based on whoever's eye you're looking at, where the pupil and the iris are located. So on this one, it's not exactly the side. You can see a little bit of that pupil in the middle. So that's really important. I'll make that a bit bigger. So here we have stages of this eye that we're working on together. This is, coming up next. We're going to talk about that. The eyelid goes over the eye, obviously, to hold it into the skull on top of the muscle. And we need to map out where this diagonal is right here. And it kind of curls on the end with the water line and then same on the top. Obviously, we do the lashes last. So we're looking at this shape right here and how we're going to create that eyelid. So for me, I'm going to say, okay, it starts right here, and I know that it needs to end. I'm gonna move this over just a little bit more. End right there, which is about here. So this is the starting and the ending, and it's pretty much a curved line. That's the easiest thing I can map out. A curved diagonal, just slightly. This one's a little bit different, but I just wanted to show you a reference of the eyeball from the side. MJ, I'll go ahead and fix your attendance. Is there anybody else that came in late? Just send me a chat real quick. I'll work on it on the other computer. All right, and now I'm gonna do the top. When I look at this image right here, I know that I need a little bit of the white, and it's gonna end right about there and here. So I'm gonna just make a little tick mark of where I want it to end, and do that diagonal line. I do the easiest things first. So that's like a sideways V. So MJ and Junior Mercado, go ahead and fix your attendance. Jimmy, are you caught up with us? How about you, MJ? Can you use your words? I don't want to read the chat anymore.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Good. Okay. So now we're going to do the little trickier parts. On the top of this eye, it kind of curves a bit down, and it curves down to about here. That weird little curvature of the overhang of the eyelid here. It ends right here. So it's like a loop. Whoop. See that curvature? Matter of fact, I did it wrong. I need to make it come off a bit more. So I'm making some adjustments to my line to look appropriate. Uh-oh, my eraser is terrible. Oh well, I guess that'll be some shading for later. I got a naughty eraser. Trying to clean my eraser and see if I can get it to work a bit. Nope, it's just a bad eraser. That happens. It'll be part of the character later. Okay. And then after you draw that line, there's a little line on the bottom here. MJ, can you stop typing and having your microphone on? It doesn't seem like you're working with us. I can hear you typing.
My bad.
All right. So now we're going to do the loop on this part at the bottom. Right there. And I'm going to include the water line. The water line is an important aspect. And then it kind of goes up like this. I'm going to draw this darker. You're drawing this lighter. I'm drawing it dark so you guys can see it on my video. On the top eyelid, there's another water line. It goes really thin right here. So it's all in the details. So that water line kind of goes around like that. Mirrors that shape, and then it goes down like this. So we've just built that over the circle. I'm pretty proud of that. The circle's very light. This is all very tricky, so I really hope that you all are with me. So when you are done, please give me a yes in the poll. I know the poll isn't great, but at least I can somewhat gauge. I don't know why the poll is like iffy. Huh. Terrible. Okay. So Robert, are you good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, thank you. So now I'm gonna do something that's easy because I feel like it. I'm gonna just shade the middle of this pupil. Nice and dark. It's an easy thing, no brainer. Get it out of the way. Nice and dark as I can with the point of my pencil. Easy peasy. It doesn't look right on mine because I got a reflection. I don't know if I can get rid of that. That's too dark. Oh well, you know that that's a dark pupil. Here, let me show you like that. Ah, if I tilt it. That's easy. No brainer. We like easy no brainers. And then I'm gonna map out where I'm gonna put that reflection. Right here, you can see a big reflection line. It's like a big chubby banana shape. So that's what I'm gonna draw. And I need to really pay attention where it starts and ends. I would say it kind of looks like this. And then it goes out like this. It's like a long, chubby banana. I'm happy with that. So the next step when you're done with that, I would say instead of doing all these eyelashes and everything, is to do the skin shading and then do your eyelashes last, just like how I taught you. So you're gonna look at this bad boy here and try your best to shade like the skin tone because the paper here looks awfully white, and add all these characters in the iris shading. The only thing that's white is this sheen right here, which I'm going to try to draw right now. Why not? It's kind of like a rectangle shape, so I can map it out. And now I'm going to start doing my shading. Wish I could tilt my paper somehow, but I can't. So I'm just gonna go in and do all my shading, and then I'll do my lashes last. And I can use my Q-tips and all my little friends to help me out to get some character. We did this a lot the other day. Um, the iris kind of has some, you can do it sketchily, however you want. I'm just kind of putting in some graphite so that I can use my Q-tips and do some blending and layering, more blending and layering. So I'm scratching it all in kind of. And I know there's like little blob shapes. Wow, you really can't see what I'm drawing, and that's annoying to me. Why is it not showing up? Maybe if I go lower? Hmm. Trying to make it so that you guys can see what I'm doing and it look nice. Ugh. That's not terrible. I'll take it. And then I'm just going in with some shading. Trying to get some roughage. And then I'm going to get my Q-tip and I'm just going to overlap this with more shading. I want this area to be kind of dark in here. Q-tip is your friend. It really helps like soften things up, make your lines look more blended. And this side's lighter. And that one thing I mapped out really white. It's important to leave that white. On this one, this picture, it has like this little hint of a tear duct. I'm gonna try to include that. Get some shading in there. Another thing I noticed is the iris has value range in there. So I need to add some graphite to get all that fun characteristics in there. I can even shade the crease of the eyelid. We want to get skin tone in there so that one white thing looks really white. So kind of creating like a skin vibe. And it's just a lot of layering, crispening up. Trying to make these glares pop by adding other shadows and things. Lots and lots of layering. Full value range. You all know what a value range is. We've gone over it and over it. Notice I'm trying to create different patterns of things to remind you of things that we've done in the past. We're building on that. If you need to make it bigger to look like this example, make it bigger, make your adjustments. I'm sure a lot of you are going to draw much nicer than me. I'm not the only artist in the room. And obviously, this has like some white that we're not going to be able to do. And that's okay. But at least it's the basis for it. If you feel better looking at the original photograph, you can use that one. I'm fine with that. They're very similar. Whatever one makes you feel better. Some people look at the colored one and they're like, I don't understand how to do a value range on it. So that's why I provided you a full grayscale one as well. I feel like I need to tweak my pupil and make it a little bit more full on the side. So it's a lot of tweaking, a lot of little um, layers, building and a building. Gotta get my darks dark enough. Right here, it's really dark. And now we know more about eyelashes and whatnot. When you're feeling better, feeling more confident about what it is that you're doing, and it's time to do the lashes, go on and do those lashes. Don't be scared. We can always go back and add more things. So I'm going to be brave and I'm going to start pressing down and doing some random lashes, flicking. I notice here really full, longer, and heavier. And it's not going to look great at first. Everything is a process. It looks better the more work you put into something. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. We're just trying to not make ours look like SpongeBob. Ugh, it's the worst thing on earth. If you got to layer harder and heavier, then do it. Lashes going in different directions. And I'm going to have to do the reflection of the lashes on this too. And they kind of erased out some things. We don't have erasers that are like that. Lashes that go down in this direction. It's kind of hard to see. I'm trying to take a look and see if I can look at the original to help me. It's your preference what you want to do. I make this a little bit smaller so I can see both at the same time. I'm going to do some reflective lines on the iris, which is really challenging. And how I'm going to make those look like the reflection ones is I'm going to blend over them with the Q-tip. So you can tell they're more of a shadow reflection. And then it gets really dark up in here. It's not going to look the same. We're not using the same tools. She has fancier special tools here that we don't have, different kinds of pencils and charcoal. We're doing the best we can. Light next to dark equals pop. So I'm kind of like doing some dark little smudges and things to help kind of make other things look reflective. I don't think I can erase little reflections, but I can try. I'm gonna try to erase the reflection here. Go across with this. Experiment, play. This is your chance. Don't beat yourself up. This is supposed to be fun. Oh, you know what I need? I need those bottom lashes. That'll help balance things out a bit. They're much shorter. They're very hairy. It goes in different directions. I need to add more skin to my eyeball. It's so funny because the way this looks in real life compared to the video is totally different. I'm not really thrilled with how it looks in the video. It's just the way my camera works, I guess. We work with what we have. At least we have some kind of technology to work with. It's never going to be perfect, so might as well get over that. Oh, I see there's like a shadow of the lash line here. Add some more skin values. My little Q-tip. This drawing is a bit different than the actual photo, so I'm getting a little confused. They're very close, but they're not the same. Just do the best we can. I just wanted you to have some references. I'm gonna draw some shading in the crease of the eye and soften that up with my Q-tip. Just keep layering characteristics until you're happy with it. Don't ever settle. Just try your best. Making my lashes even darker. Trying to make them pop. Light next to dark equals pop. You gotta have lights, mediums, and darks. You don't have all those characteristics, then it doesn't look dimensional. You gotta have the full value range. Lights, mediums, darks. So while you're working on that, I'm gonna create a proof of practice. And I'm going to show you what I want you to do for your homework for the future. I'm going to ask you to go and find a photograph with some really clear eyes, side view, three-quarter view, and do screenshots of them because I am going to ask you to draw them and shade them coming up. So if you are not sure how to do a screenshot on your Chromebook, if you look at Thursday, and Wednesday, it says here on your Chromebook, screenshots, you press Control, Shift, and the key above the number 6. And that's how you could take a screenshot like I did of different eyes from different views, because that's what you're going to be doing tomorrow is you're going to be drawing eyeballs that you found off the internet, or you could take your own photos of eyeballs, your own eyeball, your family member's eyeball. I don't care where you get it from. I don't care what ethnicity. You look at the basic shapes and the basic lines and you try your best to draw them. So it's all mapped out on the agenda here for you each day and how we're going to go about it. So I gave you plenty of references at the bottom to help you as well because I know a lot of students were asking me about that. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the video and make the proof of practice assignment.